Hi guys, in this video we are going to see about the two comparison, that is short notes versus long notes. Whether we should do short notes or long notes, this is the comparison we are going to see in this video. Let's start. From starting video, I am saying that our aim is to crack NEET 2025. As you can see in the screen, as I wrote, the title of the notebook is also how to crack NEET 2025. This is our goal that I will definitely try to help you out. Let's start. As I said, our main topic of the video is short notes versus long notes. In this, if you see, short notes is important or long notes also we should make. According to me, long notes is not needed. Only short notes is enough for to crack NEET 2025. That I will explain step by step. One more comparison is also there. I'm going to show you now. That is short notes. Sir, why have wrote the same thing, short notes? The thing is, you may get one more doubt. If you saying that short notes is enough, whether you should do short notes by our own or else short note by other resources, like somebody will say now, like taking toppers notes, otherwise some notes from your own institute also, right? So if you want to buy that and you can also study it, I will say in this two you should do this only. Sir, if somebody gives some extraordinary notes that I felt that it is very happy that by seeing it I can also read very well and I can also save time. If you think and use this now, that is not, I will not say completely wrong. I will say try to make your own note. It is only a good choice because you can refer it and make your own notes, but don't only depend on others. That will not be helping you out, because if your own writing will make you to understand very properly, whether you write very not neatly also, but it will be helping you out because you can understand your writing, right? That is enough. So definitely you should make your own notes. That only will know you to write how much concise way, whether you can write very important points by highlighting it, because if it is another notes, we can't see, just you can read and do something. But if you are writing your short notes, you can write according to you shortly, you can write, mark it, anything like underline it, something you can do. But without making short notes by your own, I will say short notes by our own is definitely must. That only you should do according to my point of view. Next thing is, sir, how to make short notes? Many of them may think that short note means the notes will be a little bit short. That is short note. That is not the important thing. The main thing is how to make short note by our own, by your own. Like that, if you ask me, I will say the one thing I have said before itself, notes should be written in crisp manner and short, that is okay. But one more thing is, you should write every important point in short, in concise way. I will help you out by saying in each subject, every subject we are going to see separately. Let's start. In this video we are going to see about physics. We will take some questions whether why we should do short notes. Like that questions you may get, that I am going to clarify by 2-3 questions. Let's start. Whether short notes is same for every subject, you may have a doubt like that. Definitely not, because physics have formulas, chemistry don't have more formulas, right? Physical you may get formulas, but every physical, organic, inorganic, everything don't have formula. It is different. Bio we don't have itself formula, many things, right? We have only theories, concepts to understand, like that. Everything is different, so you should make notes according to each subject. That it means everything is not same. Every short notes is not same, but we should make in little bit short and crisp manner that we can revise efficiently. That is the thing that is common, but the making notes is a little bit different from each subject, that everybody may know. One more thing, for every subject, short notes is needed or not. Whether every subject needs short notes, you may have a little bit doubt in that. Physics, chemistry, bio. According to my, I will answer this question. Physics, short notes, the yes means for, that is YES. I wrote shortly like yes. Yes, definitely you should do physics. Physics you should make short notes. Chemistry also you should make short notes. But bio I will not say definitely you should make short notes, because for bio NCERT is enough. NCERT is Bible, Quran, something they will say, right? So according to if you want you can make your notes, but if you don't want, that it's up to you. But I will say what are the chapters you can do for bio. Short notes is needed or not. Will say, but I will not say to make every chapter. It is up to your wish. If you have time, you can do. For bio, it depends. That's why I wrote it depends on you. Okay. Next, requirement for making notes. That is a very simple thing that you may know, but I am going to give a little clarity that this is the things you should have definitely. First thing is a ruled note, a long ruled note. It should not be very short. If it is a little bit short, means what I will say is, if you have a little bit short note, you can make short note. That is nothing in problem in that. But if you have long ruled note, then you will complete it in 1 or 2 pages itself. It will not go 5-6 pages and all. So I will say to have a long ruled note around, I think it will be something like I wrote, you should have a long ruled note. It also should be around the note should be like 160 pages. According to me, 160 pages everything you may not use, but around 100 pages or 90 pages you should be there. But if you ask a rule note, they will be giving around 160 pages, or you can buy it. Mainly this long notes we can use it for physics and chemistry. Sir, what about bio? You said depends upon you, but if you want to make some chapters, for that also we need notes, right? You may get the question, but I will say for bio you should just writing for understanding the concept a little bit in short. Sometimes you may forget the examples. For that only you may use bio, but for that any note you can have. If you have any waste note also you can use for bio. For physics, every chapter you should make. For chemistry also, every chapter you should make short notes, right? So for that, long rule notes is definitely for this two subjects, physics and chemistry, definitely should do. Okay, because next one more thing is you should have any pen. I will say somebody will have a wish like sir, one pen is enough, because if you make any short notes, you can write everything, the theories, formulas also in one pen. But if you write any important questions to be wrote out when I was seeing in lectures, this question I have missed, I have can't able to solve that question, I want to revise it after some days. If you want like that, if you want to write some question and answer, many of them will have a doubt, sir, for that we should have black pen also, right, for writing questions, blue pen for answer, right? You may get this question. I will say blue pen is enough. The reason is we are not going to get any marks by writing in 2 pens, right? Because if you ask me, I am a little bit lazy in writing and taking sometimes and shifting my pen to black, blue, like that. If I do, it will take a little bit more time. So that's why what I thought is I am writing in only 1 pen. If you want a little bit like writing a topic name also, I will write in different pen. One more pen I will write in different blue, like that also you can use it. It is up to you, but I will say blue 1 pen itself is also enough. Third one is, first one is rule note, second is pen, third is highlighter. Very important, because if you revise many times, you may think that when you recall something, you may miss something, right? That important point that you should remember forever. For that you should highlight the important points. When you feel that it may also ask in future NEET also, you may think like that. In that time you should have highlighter with your hands. For that what you should do is you should just mark the important lines. You can also use for notes also, and same time you can use for NCERT. If you read NCERT in bio and bio inorganic chemistry, you should have definitely highlighter. Highlighter is definitely must, I will say. Highlighter, according to me, 1 pen is enough, blue pen, and 1 long rule note, 160 pages. That's all. It's a very important thing. First we are going to see about physics. Physics, I will say short notes making is not that much difficult, but I will say a little bit steps are a little clear clarity. So short notes is very simple to make. Okay, so I will say first for short notes, what are the things you will do? This is the short notes things, only you can easily understand it. First, try to write every important formula. In physics, they will ask question mostly 80 to 90% are formula based questions only. it does not mean like in exam they will not ask directly exactly about formula based question. A little bit they will what I can say, they will ask a little bit trickily by giving a little bit more sentence and all, but 60 to 70 questions or 70 they will say definitely directly they will ask from formula, or 20% they will say around indirect questions they will say. Indirect question they will ask, and 10% they will, what is the 10% you may ask? That third thing is a little bit in theory. Nowadays you may see that assessment recent questions like that questions are coming nowadays, but from rare chapters. In that time, but also you should keep it ready because the percentage is a little bit less, but you should not lose that mark also, right? So that is also very important. So every important formula you should write from every chapter. What are the important formulas are there? You should write very important. It's the thing as I said, starting I said 80 to 90% direct formulas. Direct formula means in that 60 to 70% they will ask directly from the formula and they will give you the question and you should just solve and you put the formula and get the answer. But 20% they will be a little bit tricky, and after that again 10% it will be around theory based questions. That's all. That is the pattern every year they are following in physics. So next, if you want write theory, I will say writing theory is important also, because I said 10% chances are there for asking statement based question. Nowadays statement based question and all asked, and sometimes this old NCERT, new NCERT, some controversial questions are there. This year you may see in 2024. So many things happen. So 10% weightages are there for assessment recent questions also. So 2-3 questions you may expect. So I will say to write definitely the theory, important theories in your note also in some chapters. Definitely when you are seeing lectures, you are startingly they will not directly go to the by solving MCQ. They will say first the topic name and they will say what is the meaning of it, and then only they will solve some little bit topics. They will start from the beginning and they will go to advanced, right? Like that when they will go, you may understand and your understanding you may think, hey, this point is a little bit good when I am hearing. Sometimes if you feel that also you can write a little bit important theory. According to me, some important, mostly they are asking this time, I will say NEET paper on physics, the theory based questions are coming from mostly in 12th chapter, like nuclear physics and all this. There in the last 4 chapters, that type of chapters only they are asking. So some chapters also 11th and 12th also you may just refer it. Most weightages about are mostly on 12 chapters. So I will say try to make theories for what are the chapters you may think you have to add some little bit theory. You can add it. You are attending the lectures, you may think, right, this type of question MCQ also they may ask a little bit in theory based. If you may think like that, you may get a doubt. That type of questions you can write in your notes. Otherwise everything it is not needed, I will say. So try to write in short. This is a very important thing. Short note means you should write in very short. This is the very important thing. For physics mostly 2 things are there, important formulas and little bit theories. That's all. This is the thing you should do for short notes. Nothing unnecessary. You should not draw, what I can say. For diagrams you can refer NCERT, but any graphs are the simple graphs like what I can say, like gravitation, electrostatics means there are some graphs, right? And also you can write little bit in a short tabular column and you can make something diagrams also in graphs. But mostly if you see in books and all in physics NCERT, there is more to do in diagrams, but they will not ask mostly diagram based questions, but you can refer it for once. If you ask me, sir, this 2 things important formula you are writing in every chapter and making short notes, and related theories also you are writing, important MCQs related theories also you are writing, sir, but how many pages you can concise in one chapter? How many pages you can take? I will say, according to my opinion, I have wrote from last year, every chapter I have wrote short notes. The thing I have took is mostly around 2 pages. Not 2 pages also, I will say 1 pages. 1 page means 2 sides are there now. One side, another side. It is equal to 1 page, right? So maximum chapters I will try to finish in 1 pages, or if it goes a little bit more. Otherwise it takes a little bit extra also. It will take 1 page, 1 side extra, or 2 sides extra. That's why I said mostly I will try to complete in 2 sides, that is equal to 1 pages, or you can take some chapters which is very big, like kinematics you can say, or laws of motions. Some chapters it will be taking a little bit extra pages also, like if I take 3 sides or 4 sides, 4 sides is equal to, it is 2 pages, right? So that's why I wrote maximum 3-4 sides also you can take, or if we take 4 sides is equal to 2 pages. That also you can take maximally. Mostly I will try to complete in 1 page. That is my recommendation. If you take more pages, then definitely you can't able to revise. If you take one chapter like 4 pages, it will take more pages to revise. You can't able to revise very efficiently if you take more pages. Then after this, now I am going to say, see, short notes is one more important point. One more thing you should do that everybody will not do, that is mistake notes. Mistake notes is very, very important. I will say how to make short notes with mistake notes. Along with that, mistake notes is very important. That I will say, leaving one side. If you are starting on the right side, I will say you should leave the left side before itself and start the short notes. Short notes should be, as I said, 2 pages, not more than 2 pages. It is maximum 2 pages. Mostly you should use only 1 page, that is 2 sides you can use. From right side if you start, next left side you can complete it. So before starting the right side, the left side page you should be leaving just for taking the mistake notes. The mistake notes, nothing is bad. If you're attending a lecture from chapter and try to make from the lecture, you are making a short note. In that lecture, you will not just see the lecture and complete it. They will show you some MCQs and they will solve you. In that time, if they are try to write a question and try to solve, before they solve, try to solve by yourself. If you solve like that, what happens is you may know your mistake. By knowing your mistake, you can recorrect it. If you wantedly solve like this, that makes you to know that I am a little bit weak in this type of question, that you may get an idea. That type of question, what you should do is, you should underline and try to mark and write with including question and answer. You should write. You can scribble how much ever according to your writing, but I will not say you should write very neatly. You should write the question and answer in this mistake note in left hand side, starting of the, before starting the short note, before that page you should start with a mistake note by leaving one side. Next, after completing the 2 sides, mostly I said 2 sides you should finish, right? If you are completing after writing the 2 sides, that is 1 page you have completed writing the short notes of the every chapter, leave 1 side paper again after completing the short notes. The reason is, again you will go try to leave 1 side before and start this again 1 more chapter. Like that only you should do. I have said before writing the short notes you should leave 1 side. After completing 1 chapter also you should leave 1 side. You may ask the question, sir, why you should leave again completing the chapter and try to leave 1 side? The reason is, now you are not completed everything or just attended lectures. If you solve DPPs, you may get little bit mistake. That I will write in the before side itself. If starting itself you have leaved one side, right, for a mistake note. That is also enough, sir. Why you should leave again 1 side? You may ask the question. Many mistakes you may do, because after writing MCQs, solving MCQs in lectures and mistake notes, solving MCQs in lecture, attending DPPs, some extra question also you may solve, and many tests you may write. Like that, if you write, you can't concise in only 1 page. You may take a little bit more pages also in future. If you complete every chapter and complete the syllabus before January or February, and happens is, you may get separate different types of questions. In that time, you may definitely have a separate mistake note at the end. Like this questions, still now I am not a little bit very clear. This question definitely you should revise and you should mark it separately in the page. In that time, you may use this pages also, extra pages. So I will recommend you to leave 2 sides. 2 sides, two sides for short notes. It is becoming equal. If you take more than, if you think in this chapter I am very weak, then if you are taking more than 2 sides, maximum I will say 2 pages, right? If you are taking like that, you can do 1 more extra mistake note also. That means I am saying only if you are a bit weak. weak in the chapter, you can't able to understand when you're solving MCQ in lectures also, you can I didn't understand anything. Definitely I will say you can leave one more extra page mistake one also, because in future also you will make mistakes in DPPs, solving MCQs in lectures, in test you will give tests and all normally, like part test, unit tests, and finally you should give mock test and all. Many pages you may need it also. That's why I said try to leave one more mistake note pages, or one more pages also you can leave if you're a little bit weak in the chapter. Normally what you will do, 2 sides you will complete in the writing short notes, 2 sides you will leave for writing the mistake notes. That's all. That's why I wrote mostly you should do this. If you are a little bit weak for in one chapter, that could be a small chapter or big chapter also, but if you're weak you can add one more page or one side. This is your wish. Okay, this is only we should make mistake note. After saying that, you may get an understanding like how we can make notes, what are the things you write in physics, like important formulas you should write, important theories which you, if you feel important, then only you should write. These are the things. And one more thing, how you should make short notes I have explained you detailedly. Now after seeing also, I have just said you in words. You will not you can't able to feel in like lively. I didn't show you how to it will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my short notes for one chapter, how I wrote, that you are going to enjoy now. So I'll show you how my short notes looks, but it will be a little bit ugly also, you can say, because in that time 1 year before I wrote many times. I have wrote short notes neatly before, but after using many times the paper quality has not that much good, because after scribbling many things, underlining, ticking up, many things I have done, so it will not may look that much good, but I will show you a sample of it. That's for understanding. Okay, I'll show you the short video, like around less than 1 minute only. I will show you just how I wrote. Let's start. This side is my mistake note starts before one side. Next my short note starts how I should write for. This is for work, energy, power. Both sides I wrote. First one side, second side here. These are the 2 sides, and one more side I have left for finally for the mistake notes. That's all. This is the thing. Okay, after seeing the short notes, you may feel that how it looks, you may get a little bit idea. One more thing, if you see, I showed you, the thing is, you should get an idea how we should make short notes and mistake notes. Important thing you should analyze is how I am making a chapter in only 2 sides or 1 page. The doubt you may get, otherwise if you take more than 1 side extra also, or 2 sides extra, 2 plus 2 4 sides also, it is equal to 2 pages. Also how I am completing in that much crisp and short in one chapter. The reason is I can complete in 1 pages or 2 pages. The reason is I am making a column like this. It's very, very important. This is same for both physics and chemistry. I will show you next chemistry also. If you see take one long ruled note, what you should do, first thing is you should make a column like this, 1 2, and then you should write a topic like this and write in here, like here. In this order also you can write, like here, like this also you can write by starting this. Otherwise you can write like this also, like this also you can complete. But you should understand when you are writing, like I am going like this side, I am going from down to up, like that. You should understand this is the thing which that made me to write and comprised in only 2 sides or 1 page. The reason is that this is not only useful for now, according to me. If you ask me, this will be very useful if you crack NEET 25, and after that if you go to MBBS also in future, first year, second year, after, if you start preparing for PG and all, short notes is very, very important, because if you may know that if we might get a little bit idea, right, like MBBS, how it will be, 19 subjects will be there, many things to revise, many things are there, so you can't able to revise everything. So for this, short notes very important. I'm giving an idea now itself how to make short notes. It is very important, you should definitely do. So this is the thing, like I will say topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, that much short you should write, and crisply you should complete every topic. You should write and complete every chapter in just 1 page. Okay, this is the thing, that's all, nothing big deal in this. Definitely if you do like this, definitely you can revise efficiently. This short notes will help you in 2 ways, that I will say. One thing is, if you're solving any test, part test or a unit test wise test also, you may solve in that time. They will say around 1 week before itself, they have a test in this chapter, and if when they say like that, what you will think is how to revise. Already many backlogs are there, how we can do to revise, very whether we should watch any lectures, otherwise should read any NCERT, like that. If you think in the time, this notes will help very a lot, because when you read the short notes, what happens is you can revise very fastly. You will write every concept with it, but in two pages. The thing is, when our eyes looks little bit, the content is not very big. If it is very concise, but when you are looking at itself, you will get a confidence and I will easily revise it. That much confidence you will get. But if you just see the NCERT and lecture, it will take more time. You can't able to revise properly. You will not score more marks in test and all. Test, part test, whatever you write, you can't able to analyze it. Everything will not be that much comfortable for you. So that's why this thing, one more reason is in unit test, part test. Finally, one more thing is, it will help you in mock test. Final revision when you are going to give before NEET. Finally, 1 month before, you will have to wait many times, many multiple revision you should give, right? In the time, it will help you definitely. This is the two things. This is the one thing I will say more important is not this. For this also, it is very first thing is, for normally if you write nowadays, what are the tests you are writing for, that also it's very important. In future, it will help you a lot for efficient revision. That I will say definitely. This is the thing. Short notes is very important, that you can do definitely. It is my guarantee. Definitely, if you make short notes, then definitely you will get very good marks, and what are the right test you can write, because revision is very important before taking the test. That's why I said short notes is very important. You may get a clear idea how to make short notes. So all the best. Thanks for watching.